in the mad dash to finish.
Shit always comes up and you have to roll with the punches.
Life happens.
Got behind schedule due to a family emergency.
Curses continue.
We're going to have to put a priest on payroll.
And joy is unleashed.
This is my car!
Who will make it to the Barrett-Jackson Cup?
It'll get done.
This is The Path to Performance, presented by Castrol Edge.
My name's Tony Arme, owner of American Legends, Phoenix, Arizona, and we're bringing a 1966 Chevelle to the Barrett-Jackson Cup. I couldn't just sit in the office all day. I'd go nuts. I like working on the cars. I like being involved in the design aspect and the assembly aspect. I gotta work with my hands. We have to be ready in 4 days. 2 weeks would be really nice right about now. There's 5 guys here, so it's hard when you're trying to, thrash to get a car done on time, and that can be sometimes overwhelming.
This is what they did before computers were built. So this is a camber gauge. I can do up to 30-inch wheels. I put it up against there and it tells me my camera angle. And then if I turn it out 20 degrees, zero the bubble, turn it in 20 degrees, it gives me the caster angle. So this is old school stuff. The first 150 years of automobiles, this is how they did it.
We are installing the windshield and back glass in this.
It's going to go slow.
So most of your glass is green. This is like that bronze, brown tint is what it is. So it looks awesome on that, yeah.
There's like a big puzzle that happens now with the whole front of this car. It's the order that everything has to go together. So you have these fender trim pieces, then a lower balance, and then the grille can start to go together, headlight covers. Right there, it just won't go in. The hood really bases itself off the firewall and the cowl. You can't adjust those parts, so you kind of start there, and then you work on the fenders, and then you kind of fit the hood, and it's just a slow game of minor adjustments. So there's an adjustment on the latch, on each corner, at the hinges, on both the body and the hood. And you have to kind of work together on all of that slowly to make sure all the lines, the gap, and the fit and finish is like it was when you originally had it bodyworked. This started as a stock bumper that we drastically modified.
Is it that hard line on the heat exchanger?
All I can think of is that it's hitting the intercooler. I just don't think it's high enough.
It was hitting something and then something just cleared. It just popped into the right spot somehow.
It's not really a bumper anymore. The body panel, basically. So we came up with the name Phoenix. I like when we're designing a name and an emblem for a car, something long and skinny so it can be placed on valve covers, sill plates, dash, a section of the car if necessary, but also something that can be captured in a round element like a horn button, a wheel cap. That's done. There's a lot of shit that's not done. Trunks on. Cardboard aided design. The mad rush at the end always seems to happen on a lot of these projects. Shit always comes up and you have to roll with the punches and deal with it, I guess. It'll get done. In addition to the Chevelle, this is another car we'll be bringing to the Barrett-Jackson Cup to compete. This car is a 1959 Chrysler 300E. It's actually an extremely rare car. They made 522 of these back in the day. They say there's 118 left. We like to think there's 117 left after what we did to this one. The entire theme on this car was to take supercar styling and wrap that around a 59 big body Chrysler. So it has the big brakes, the carbon wheels, the 1,000 horsepower, all the splitters, an aero that you would see, no chrome, flush glass, all the modern amenities of something like a McLaren or a Lamborghini in an American 50s big finned era car, which none of that makes sense. And that's why at the end of the day, I think it all made sense. We had a mad dash to get this car done earlier in the year. So what's really nice now is we don't have to worry about it, just detail it, and we're gonna show up in Scottsdale and hope for the best.
My name's Andy Leach, owner of Automotive Creations in Bennington, Nebraska. Rick and I are headed for Monterey Car Week with the 56 Thunderbird for Beth Myers.
That way a little bit.
Rick gets behind the steering wheel and he doesn't stop.
On the road again.
We'll probably go straight through all the way to Monterey.
Made it. We spent 36 hours in the toter. And we stopped for about a 3-hour nap. But we're here. Now we'll get her out.
It wants to go. It's a fast one.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you? You too.
I got you working.
Yeah, you do, yeah.
Got her out of the trailer. Our good friend Wayne Creaney's here.
You know, T-Birds have not been something that have been resto-modded too many times before, and now to have a car like this that's done so well. I love the nickel plating. It works so well with the color, you know? And of course the stainless top, the wheels, everything about it. I just love it. I love it.
It was pretty sweet to have Wayne. When you get the stamp of approval of somebody you look up to, that means you're doing it right. And I think it's our best one yet. Each car just keeps getting better and better. We're here.
So what do you think?
Oh, it's gorgeous. This is my car.
You want to sit it on the other side?
Sure. Oh,
You can see how much you love the car.
that's fabulous.
That's what it's all about, you know.
Oh, I can't wait to drive it.
In the history of Cal Automotive Creations, we've never had a client act like that.
And this.
Yeah, that's crazy. Through the roof. Because, like, seeing the fire and the excitement,
As soon as I walked in, I'm thinking, where's it going to be? And,
There it is.
Right there.
that just means a lot to me. And Rick's here, and even he had a big smile on his face the whole time.
I love the colors. And the door panels. Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my gosh. That is just fabulous. Oh, good. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
I'm glad you like it.
Much. It's fabulous. I'd love it. I'd love it. I'd love to win the Barrett-Jackson Cup. So let's go.
We're coming to win the Barrett-Jackson Cup. So all you other guys, Tyler and everybody, we're coming. We got it.
I'm Tyler Nelson, the owner of Revision Rods and Rides out of Rapid City, South Dakota. So the Roadrunner, we just kind of got behind schedule. I wasn't able to work as much as I was originally hoping due to a family emergency, going to doctor's appointments and having to travel out of state with our daughter. So we just decided to pull it, but we have 2 high-end builds sitting in our shop and we need something to bring down to the Cup. So we'll just load them up and head down there. This is a 1951 Henry J. Henry J never built a pickup truck, so it used to have a roof that would come all the way back to here. So we obviously refabricated and hand built all the bed, the whole back window, the roof line. It's been chopped, it's been lengthened, it's on a Roadster Shop chassis. It has a LS3, has a tilt front hood. Obviously being on an air ride, the big hump up in the middle is for the rear end to come up. It has big wheel tubs to accommodate for the large tires. If we're doing a pickup truck, we still wanted a functioning bed, so the tailgate still functions. Literally everything on this car has been cut up or changed some way or the other. So this 68 Camaro, it's on a full Art Morrison chassis, which normally a Camaro would be a subframe car, so this has all custom built floors. It's LT1 8-speed automatic from GM Performance. Has a custom grille, tucked bumpers, custom hood. Part of what we do on a lot of our cars is the flush mount glass, so we use the stock glass, then we build the sheet metal out to fit the glass. It has a full custom interior, has custom taillights, custom spoiler. Pretty much everything on this was just to keep it modern looking, but still look old. We're bringing some heavy hitting cars that have won a lot of awards across the country in the last year. So I definitely feel like our cars will definitely still do good at the Barrett-Jackson Cup.
I'm Isaac Gonzales.
And I'm Donnie Hall.
And we are the owners of Streamline Custom Designs in Tooele, Utah.
We are bringing a 1966 Corvette C2 custom convertible roadster to the Barrett-Jackson Cup.
So the good news is we got the truck painted. Bad news is we did not get anything resolved. And we leave for Barrett tomorrow.
So we will not be making the Barrett-Jackson Cup with the 53 Chevy pickup this year.
The shop is covering all the funding on it right now, and we need to get some solutions to this problem. So as of right now, we're working on it when we can. I am wet sanding with 1,000 grit, getting the 600 grit sand scratches out of this. I mean, I've talked to even Bobby Alloway, one of the judges, and he's like, welcome to the club. If you haven't done a repaint, you haven't been in business long enough. So I'm super bummed. The color on this truck just stands out big time. I mean, it pops. I think everybody would have been kind of drawn to it. I think it would have stood out, but shit happens, but we're bummed out on it, so. Dalton actually named this truck Alucard, the son of Dracula, but this son of a bitch kicked us in the freaking nuts multiple times now, so yeah, we'll I think it's Little Nicky from now on. It's more fitting.
We're gonna have to put a priest on payroll.
We've changed the name of the truck.
It's not Alucard anymore?
An exorcist, a rabbi, all of them.
It's gonna be Little Nicky.
Get in the flask.
A spiritual team.
Now we're just bringing the Corvette. We just got to get down to final polish and get it cleaned up and start hitting the road.